Okay, I think we're recording here. Okay, we've got chair yoga. We were supposed to be on Facebook Live, but I broke the internet. I don't know. Okay, so chair yoga, Zoom people over here. I guess we got YouTube now over here. So here we go. Chair yoga. If you have any straps at home, they're always good to have. If you don't have straps, I have scarves. You can use a tie. You can use a belt. You can improvise. Today, I guess that's all we do is improvise. So, yeah. You got them, grab them, just keep them next to you. If you have a block, grab your block.
Blocks too.
I know, I should have said all this while I was figuring out YouTube, right? So blocks, if you don't have a block, grab a book. Book is good too, big fat book. All right, we're gonna wait for Cliff. Cliff's getting his block. All right, good. All right, go ahead, grab your seat. This is chair yoga. Grab your seat and just take a moment. Don't really care about how you're sitting at the moment. I open my eyes and it's snowing out. Okay, focus. All right, our eyes are closed. Let's just see how we're feeling. Just check in with yourself, scan your body. Start at the top of your head. And notice where you're feeling any tension, any tightness. And then now notice any areas where you may be feeling really good. Maybe a lot of space. And then maybe notice one of those outweighs the other. And let's see if we can make those spaces that feel good bigger than the spaces that don't. Just clear your mind. Anytime a thought comes up, just let it go. I'm going to work on beginning again, starting over. Anytime that thought comes up, just start over with a clean slate. So let's begin to build the integrity in our body. Pull yourself up and away from your chair, from the back of your chair. Sit up nice and tall. And then maybe even need to scooch a little bit forward in that chair. Press your sitting bones right on down into your seat. So you can maybe wiggle back, feel those sitting bones sitting on down, right square and even. Your feet. Let's pay attention with our legs shooting right out from our hips to our knees down to our ankles, all trying to make as close to 90-degree angles and everything in line as we can. So if you can't and your body's just not having it, then listen to your body. Your feet, both feet are facing 12 o'clock. Feet are flat on the floor, maybe lifting up all of your 10 toes, and then gently putting them down one at a time, keeping some good space between your toes. And then again, sitting up nice and tall in your seat. Feel yourself sitting down, creating a long length in your spine. Your shoulders drop down. You can feel that space now between your ears and your shoulders. And the top of your head, the crown of your head just pushing on up towards the ceiling. So now you feel a length between your vertebrae, the space in your spine, and then maybe even you felt your chest lift a little bit and you had a little more space in your ribs. As we sit down, we notice we kind of restrict our breath that way. So as we pull ourselves up, you get more breath in. And we're going to do some of this 3-part yogic breathing. So focus with your hands on your belly. One hand on top of the other. Breathe in. Feel your belly rise. Pause at the top, and then exhale. Feel that belly deflate. Again, breath in. Feel your belly rise. Exhale. Go ahead, be loud with your breath. Really hear it. That's another sensation to drown out whatever else is going on. Last class we were talking about the background noises. If we've got Zoom going on over here, maybe there was some buzzing or something, or you've got somebody in the background. But really tune out whatever's going on in the background with the sound of your breath. So again, breathing in nice and full, breathing in through your nose, feeling all that cool air running in through your nostrils. And then opening your mouth, exhaling, sighing loud. Maybe you exhale out your nostrils and then you feel the warm air as it leaves. Maybe a slight restriction at the base of your throat, cultivating that Ujjayi breath. And now bring your hands to your ribs. And the same here, as you breathe in, feel your ribs expanding. Feel the space between your ribs growing. Exhale. Feel your fingers coming in towards one another. Inhale. Your rib cage expands. The space, the distance between your fingers grows. And as you exhale, your hands, your fingers come towards one another. You're not physically moving your hands, you're moving them with your breath. So this is really good for your breathing awareness. So you fill up your belly fills up completely, then the air moves to your ribs. And you're exhaling. And then lastly, the third part, yogic breath, as you bring your hands to your chest, your heart center. Breathe in, fill up. You got your belly filling, your ribs filling, and now your heart space filling. Pause at the top. Exhale. Feel that sink. Breathe in, fill up, pause and empty. Go ahead, keep taking 2 to 3 more full breaths, really filling up each thing. And notice that when everything else is around you, you can't control. This is something you can control, your breath. And release your arms down. Great. All right, let's bring our arms down by our sides. Again, still bringing that full integrity into our body. And nice big inhale, lift your arms on up. Exhale, come on down. So your eyes are open here. See now with your eyes open, you can still focus on that breath. Still through all of your poses, the asanas here, you want to try to bring in that 3-part breath. And still feel what there is to feel. Kind of put aside whatever you think a pose should look like and just do you. Something's bothering you, do not do it. All right, one more on up. Exhale, come down halfway. Spin your palms face up to the ceiling. Bring our right arm under, left arm over. Bend your elbows and either the backs of your hands together, the fronts of your hands together. So this is our eagle arm, Garudasana. And this is where I was just saying, if you're going, man, Sam, my arms don't look anywhere near what you're doing, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. If this is too much for you and you're still not getting any kind of sensation, it's also acceptable just to cross your arms under your shoulders. So continue to feel your breath and continue to feel yourself sitting up nice and tall in your chair, Shoulders draw down away from your ears. Whatever's pressing into each other, whether it's the front of your hands, the backs of your hands, really press that in. And then slowly lifting and lowering. Notice what you're feeling and notice your breath here. So that 3-part breath. As you breathe in, really notice the space now, how that breath hits the back between your shoulder blades. Slow breathing, full breathing. If your eyes are closed, make sure you're not going into your head, into your thoughts. Just continue with what you're feeling. If your eyes are open, keep them set to a fixed point straight ahead. And then let's come to stillness. Big breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, bring your arms down. And then just in between, we're going to take some circles here. Nice slow back circles. Breathing in as you lift up, exhaling as you lower. And just feel everything. You can even go off the rails if you want to do one shoulder at a time. It can look like whatever it looks like to you. Whatever you feel. Settle in, arms are down long by our sides. Inhale, breath in. Exhale, halfway down. Palms flip, this time left arm under, right arm over. And however you get there, you get there. No judgment, no concern. And then just recognize what it is that you feel right here. And anytime you get questioning what it is you're doing, just go back to your breath, go back to the basics. Inhale. Feel where that air is going. Exhale. Feel how that changed the quality of your breath. 2 more big breaths on your own, really filling up your belly, your ribs, your chest, and emptying each area as you exhale. And on your last exhale, you can unwind. Again, maybe a couple little shakeouts with your shoulder. Bring your arms wide, and then we're just going to wrap our arms around and hug ourselves. See how far you can reach back, maybe even just kind of a little bit at a time. Use your hands to help scooch. You know, maybe you're here, maybe you can continue to keep going a little bit farther. And then inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, fold on over. Notice your fingers as they maybe separate a little bit more and slide down. And that's that space that you're creating in your shoulder blades and your back. So you can physically feel on the outside what your body's doing on the inside too here almost. Again, noticing as you breathe, your fingers may separate as you inhale. Maybe they come together a little more as you inhale. Maybe you want to curl your spine a little bit more. On your next inhale, lift all the way up. And open. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, swap arms. So whichever arm was on top before, we're going to just put that on the bottom. And then again, maybe you can walk your fingers in a little more. Inhale. And curl that spine. Keep feeling that breath, that space. Inhale, lift all the way up up to seated, open your arms, and go ahead, release them down. And shake them out. All right. Maybe a little bit more with some spinal twists. So give our arms a break for a moment. So sit up tall, left hand to your right knee, belly pulls in, and then bring that right arm right behind you. If you can grab the chair back. If you need to scoot farther up in your chair to get around. Just avoid bringing your shoulder on up to your ears. Keep that down. So maybe that means that you won't be twisting as far as you think you should. So kind of get over that idea of what you think you should be doing. Notice what your feet are doing here too, and your hips. So your hips should be square. We're just twisting at the waist. And your head, your gaze straight ahead, looking forward. Maybe twisting a little deeper. You can take that left hand and use it to assist yourself twisting a little deeper. Relax those shoulders down again. Maybe open up your mouth, move your jaw side to side, relax your jaw a little. Pull that belly in. Inhale, come forward, cross your right arm on over, and another curl with your spine here. Take a few breaths. Notice how that breath affects the space there. Inhale, lift on up. Right hand stays B. Left arm as you pull that belly in, hips stay square. And then just a twist on over to your left. Again, shoulders relax down, face is soft. If your eyes are open, find a new drishti, a new gazing point. Seeing something different. Inhale, lift up a little taller maybe. And then maybe as you exhale, you can twist using that chair to help guide you or using your leg. Belly pulls in. Inhale, left arm comes around and a curl with your spine. Feel the breath here. Inhale, lift all the way up. One hand on each knee. And we're going to just do a little bit more with our spine like a cat and cow. So your elbows may want to come out to the side to give you a little bit more space. Inhale, lift up your chest, open up your throat, gaze on up to the ceiling. And then exhale, really round your spine, so you may need to be away from your chair. You want to make sure you're not pushing into the back of the chair. Inhale, lift on up, open your chest, open your throat. Exhale, curl, feel that space. Inhale. Exhale. And then go ahead, take 2 more full rounds here. Front and forward and back. Your own breath really filling up. We'll meet together with a neutral spine. And inhale, come on back to neutral. It sounds like the dogs are freed from their rooms. Here comes Ella again. Hi Ella. You go lay down, we're gonna do yoga. We're gonna do yoga. Okay, yoga. Alright, so sitting up nice and tall. Let's bring our arms down by our sides. Get those arms going again. Inhale, lift on up. We're gonna make like a temple, you know, like when you were a little kid and pew pew. Okay. Charlie's Angels. Shoulders sink on down. Inhale, lift on up. Exhale, to the right you go. And we're just opening that left side all the way from our hip. Feel it. So good. Inhale, sink those shoulders back in, come back to center. Set yourself up. Take another breath. Exhale to the left. This time feeling your right side opening. Inhale, lift on up. Exhale, arms wide. Really press your arms into your sacrum. Sit on up. Open up your chest. Gaze up to the ceiling. Exhale, bring your knees together. We're going to fold right on over our thighs. And then bring your arms on down by your sides. Let your head hang heavy. Feel that space in your back opening. Bring your hands to your shins. Inhale, lift up halfway. Create a long spine, tailbone reaching back. Crown of your head, the top of your head reaching to the front of the room. Breath in. Exhale, fold back over those thighs again. Let your body hang heavy. Let your breath go. Notice your breath here. You know, that three-part yogic breath may not be as easy to get to. On your next inhale, bring yourself on seated all the way up, arms up. Bring your hands to prayer, cross them through heart center. Thumb knuckles press into your sternum. Eyes close. Big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. So even though the poses aren't maybe looking like what you think they look like, they should look like, you're doing what you can do. And while you can't be in control of everything, you can be in control of that breath. So at any point it's too much for you, just go back to your breath. Okay, so we're going to do that again. This time we're going to go to, I can't remember. We're going to make it up as we always do. Okay, breathe in, inhale. Exhale, shoulders sink. Good. Now how about to the left? Feel that right side opening. If you can, bring your gaze on up towards that right bicep. So we don't want to be curled forward. As much as we can, keep that spine nice and long. Inhale, come up nice and tall. Shoulders sink back down. Breath in. Exhale, to the right you go. Again, keep drawing your arms back and gaze maybe on up to that left bicep. Breath in, breath out. On your inhale, use that core. Come on up. Exhale all the way down. Arms to your sacrum. Press on into your lower back. Inhale, lift on up. Really drop those shoulders down and away. Open that throat. Exhale, bring those knees on in. Come forward. Drop on over your thighs. Let your arms hang. Feel your breath. Hands to your shins, lift on up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up, arms by your sides. Hands to prayer through heart center as you exhale. Nice job. So again, press those thumb knuckles into your sternum. Close your eyes. Notice if that maybe got your heart beating a little bit more, if your breath has quickened. And consciously just slow your breath. Breathe in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale. Breathe in, fill up your belly, your ribs, your chest. Pause, and then empty, blow it all out. Ella, come lay down. Come lay down, Ella. Come lay down. Aw, Ella. Okay. See, things we cannot control are dogs. Okay. All right, somebody's gonna go and do their business. Hold on, pause, please. I just leave the door open because she just thinks she wants to go out, but she don't know what she wants. Okay, how about legs? Let's take that right leg. Again, we have our integrity in our chair. You may want to scoot back just a little bit because we were probably a little bit farther forward. So still keep your back away. Right leg, we're going to cross that right leg over, trying to get that ankle bone past your leg. If you can't, or if you've had a new set of hips or something crazy, you got hip issues, just cross your ankles. Same kind of concept. If you do have your leg on up, keep that foot flexed. You're going to protect your knee that way. And then sit up nice and tall again. Drop your shoulders back. Breath in. Exhale, fold on over that front shin. So you may just even start to do that and go, whoa, that's great, Sam. I'm feeling something kind of like right here in my hip. Yeah, that's the IT band. So that's what we're stretching right now. And you want to bring your chest forward. We're not necessarily curling on over or, trying to get everything on down to touch our knees. We're not worrying about pressels. Just go where you feel you're good. And if at any point something like hurts, there's a good hurt and then there's a like, ooh, kind of hurt, you know the difference. Just listen. So maybe you can sink a little farther. Usually our body's going to take a good 3 to 5 breaths to get over that initial, oh my gosh, what is this position that we're in and why are we doing this? Inhale, lift on up. Now I hear the birds. All right, let's change sides. Left leg on up. So again, maybe you said, oh, I rocked the other side, but this side's not happening. So if you need to cross your ankles on this side and you did something on the other, go ahead, that's fine. So breathe in, and maybe you are right here, or maybe you can fold on over. Just remember, keep that foot flexed. Shoulders keep drawing down and away. Got your left hip right now, you're kind of breathing into that sensation. Inhale, create more length, tailbone reaches back, crown of your head forward. And exhale, maybe you sink. Just a little bit even. And on your inhale, come on all the way up, uncross your leg. And let's scoot back to the top of our chair again, and we're going to heel toe, our thighs wide on open. So our abductors, our adductors, these wonderful muscles right here, good things. Knees in line with our toes. So if you look down, you should be able to see your big toe on either side. If not, just keep pressing your knees outward. If you need to walk on in a little bit more to make that happen, then do that. All right. So sit up nice and tall, shoulders drop down and back. To start to feel the sensation as it builds. And maybe you get like a little quivering sensation, just really listening what your body's doing, like the shakes, you know. Maybe lift up all of your 10 toes and then place your 10 toes down. And now bring your arms on up, right out from your shoulders, and then bend your elbows. We have like a seated goddess here. Spread your fingers wide. Notice if your knees just caved in, if your legs are still shaking. And then bring it back to your breath. So breathe in your belly, your ribs, your chest. Pause, exhale, emptying your chest, your ribs, your belly. 2 more full breaths. All the way in, all the way out. 1 more, all the way in. And empty. Go ahead, bring your arms down, walk your legs on in. How was that? Pretty awesome, huh? All right, grab those straps if you've got them, a tie, a belt, whatever you got. Okay, and you're gonna bend that right knee, take the strap down to the bottom towards your heel, sitting on up nice and tall, and 1 strap's in each hand, and you're gonna feel that sensation of your ball of your hip just kind of sinking right on into the socket. And then drop your shoulders again down and away. Soft bend in that knee so you're not locking it up. And then your other foot, your left foot that's on the ground, continue to keep the integrity there. So your hips are square, it's just your leg that's lifted. Notice if you're gritting with all your might with those straps, if you can let up a little bit. And then take both straps over to your right hand and open on up just your right thigh. So we're not moving the whole body, it's just that right hip that's opening here. Keeping that left one straight, left foot at 12 o'clock. Maybe your hand slides down a little bit on that strap so your shoulder's not scrunching on up to your ears. Again, not locking that knee, soft bend. Inhale, bring it around. You can still do this even if you don't have a strap, and actually you're going to be working a little bit harder without the strap, so yay for assistance here. Now let's take your strap into your left hand, and then maybe it comes slightly across your body, hitting that IT band again. Come on back to center. Let's hit our hamstring, so keep that foot flexed, and then just dip your pinky toe down about 45 degrees. Back to the center, and then dip your big toe down. Back to center, bend your knee, release the strap, change sides. Whatever your transition looks like, it's great, it's perfect. So left leg comes on out, again, not locking that knee. Right foot, 12 o'clock. Both legs, hips are square, and just feeling that left socket and the ball meeting. Shoulders relax down. And then both straps over into your left hand and just opening up at your left hip. Again, keeping your chest square forward. Gaze straight ahead. So the only thing that should be efforting now is your left hip, and then maybe that the left hand that's holding the strap, but your shoulders should be relaxed, everything else, your face, your teeth. If you find you're holding tension somewhere, just let it go. And then inhale back to center. Take the straps into your right hand and then cross on over at the outside. Inhale, come back to center, strap in each hand, and then dip the pinky toe down. Foot is flexed, knee softly bent. Back to center, and the big toe down. Back to center, and bring it in. Nice. All right, let's keep our straps a little bit more here. How are we doing on our time? Oh, wow. Holy cow. Okay. Arms on up. We're just going to do a couple more side stretches here. So we're going to take a breath in and exhale. Just to the right we go. Feel that stretch on your left side. Again, if you want to gaze on up, we did these with the crescent moons earlier, but just notice what you're feeling now. A little bit different sensation with the strap. And then inhale, come on up. Exhale to the right. And then opening up that right, or your to the left, sorry. Opening your right. Inhale, come on up, and release your strap down. All right, let's do really quick one balancing pose here. So if you want to stand on up. First we're going to do chair, because everybody loves chair. All right, so as we stand in our mountain pose, we'll build mountain from the ground on up. Our feet are rooted down into the ground. Toes are light, but you're going to feel like your big toe mound, pinky toe mounds, and the back corners of your heels rooted down. So your arches are going to lift on up. Okay, your shins hug in. Soft bend in your knees. Hips, if you want to put your hands on your hips. Find neutral pelvis. Bring your arms down by your sides. Palms spin towards, open towards the front of you. Shoulders drop down. Your ribs, knit your ribs in. And the crown of that head reaches on up to the sky. So lift your arms on up. Sink your shoulders. And then just bend your knees like you're going to slide down and sit into that chair behind you. But don't sit. Gaze straight ahead and find your drishti. So your drishti is your gazing point, and it's just that one thing right at the horizon or the above. And now find your breath. So breathe in, your belly, your ribs, your chest. Pause. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Again, one more breath in, just like that. And exhale. Come on, stand on up. Bring your hands to prayer. Close your eyes. Notice if your heart rate just kind of felt like it went up a little bit. Great work. All right, so we're going to do tree. If you want to step to the side of your chair, behind your chair, wherever you want that you think is good for you. You've got it there as support if you need it. Build your mountain again from the ground on up. And then you're going to shift your weight onto your right foot. Take that left foot and you're going to bring it on up. And maybe you just balance it. You've got the chair if you want to hold on. You're going to press it on the inside of your calf here. Keep your hips square. Keep those hips square, and then maybe you can take your knee and bring it back a little. So we're opening up our hips and we're working on balance. Gaze straight ahead. Maybe you let go of that chair. Maybe you can bring your hands to prayer. Maybe you can grow your tree. If you fall out, then just come back in. It's no big deal. You know, maybe you have an image like, well, shoot, I should be doing this tree like no tomorrow, and it's just not happening. So let go of that. Good. Your hands are down. Bring them back down, or up. Bring them down. Left foot comes down. Kind of just feel both feet right there, grounded. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Nice. Now shift over to that left foot. So all the weight empties into your left foot. The right foot is empty. Right foot comes up. And maybe you didn't even notice you were already here. Maybe you were holding onto your chair. Again, hips are square and that knee, just bring it back. Come out, you need the chair. Maybe you grow. Inhale. Exhale, release it down, hands to prayer. Nice job. Have a seat. And we'll take Shavasana. So, was there anything else anybody wanted to do? Any other stretches before? What's Margie doing? Margie, you got something?
No, we're good.
You're good? Okay. Very good. All right. So into your chair you go. All this integrity that we've been working on, pulling our belly in, releasing our shoulders down, spine long. We're going to kick out our right leg, kick out our left leg, kind of slump back into that chair. Shoulders down, arms down. Just let it go. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, sigh it out, let it go. And take rest. So as you take rest, just notice now what your body is doing, what you're feeling in this moment. And notice if your mind has wandered, just bring it back. And we're going to just take a brief Shavasana. If you want to continue on at home later on, maybe called a nap, you can go ahead and rest at home. But for now, we're just going to bring ourselves back on in, bring our hands to prayer. And the quote is all the way over there, so I'm not going to have the quote, but I'm going to just tell you all, Namaste. Thank you for joining me with all of our technical difficulties today. We got this. All right, thank you.